after Arizona was declared a state. So yeah, Arizona became a state in 1912. Pretty crazy, right? So then in 1914, boom, Chandler High School. So the number of people who have had paranormal experiences in high school is just super high, surprisingly high. It includes teachers, students, parents, administrators, visitors, custodians. I mean, pretty much anyone that frequents the school for any amount of time has had some time or some kind of experience. So both former and current folks, right? Current students and former students, just tons of folks have had lots of activity here. The activity seems to be more or less focused on the second floor in the school's north wing, which is the absolute oldest of the buildings on the school campus. Apparently it's so haunted that at least one of the custodians refused to clean that part of the building after they had a spooky experience there. So it was like, nope, pass, fire me, shit can me, not doing it, not happening. Last but not least, number 13, the Pioneer Living History Museum over at 3901 West Pioneer Road in Phoenix, Arizona. The Pioneer Living History Museum consists of 26 separate buildings ranging in age from the earliest 19th century to 1912. This is one of those places where, you know, you've probably seen these. There was one of these kind of living history museums in the area that I grew up in Virginia, where they basically take these buildings, they uproot them, and then they move them to one kind of central location and basically turn it into like a theme park almost. You pay a little bit of admission. There's usually a little museum, and there's all these buildings that are super fucking old that you can go and just kind of look around and you kind of see how life was at that time. So that's kind of sort of what they have going on here. So the buildings were relocated into this historical community. So whatever was in those buildings, it seems like they brought that with them. So the ghosts came with them when they arrived. So one of the caretakers there said that when they took the job, that they had no idea that they would be hearing disembodied voices of children, singing in the old schoolhouse, watching dark shadowy figures darting out of the opera house. And that's just a couple of examples of just the paranormal phenomenon that takes place here and that's been reported here. Other stories involve seeing apparitions, experiencing ice cold blasts, even in the height of summer. So it's like 120 degrees. It's like 120 degrees in the summer, right? So if you're hanging out and it's like 118 outside, and then all of a sudden you're just blasted with cold air, it's easy to notice the difference. So in the middle of summer, getting ice cold blasts, that's pretty compelling evidence. Also hearing the sound of disembodied voices. Some visitors to the attraction have also reported being touched or having their hair or clothing tugged by unseen hands. And again, that's a whole nother big bucket of fuck that, right? Not for me, not for me. So that does it. That's 13 of the most haunted places in Phoenix, Arizona. And I got to tell you, the one lesson that I'm taking away from this is that, number one, I need to get to know Phoenix better. And I'm from the more paranormal side, right? We need to go around and we need to do maybe do some like day trips, maybe do some local paranormal investigations, maybe do some of that fun stuff, maybe see if we can do some podcasting on location. And number two, I'm understanding that Phoenix, Arizona is really fucking haunted, right? It's really fucking haunted. And that means it's a really fucking scary place. Have you had a really fucking scary experience? Have you seen a ghost? Have you been on a macabre adventure? Would you like to share it on air? Would you like for us to tell that story? Or you just have something horrid that you would like for us to talk about? Head over to PaleHorseMediaCo.com. Use the contact form to let us know all about it. Make sure that you subscribe. New episodes come out every single Friday. We look forward to continuing this creepy, crawly, morbid, macabre, and grotesque adventure with you, the listener. We love you and we will see you soon. Thank you for joining us today on our trip into the dark. We hope that you join us again next week for all things horror, all things macabre, all things grotesque, here on Really Fucking Scary Stories.